Yes, sir. You know what it is, man. Real late, Hot 97. My name is Peter Rosenberg, and I have another white gentleman here today, and it's not someone I'm physically related to. Machine Gun Kelly.
I'm half Dominican.
He's half Dominican. You are the palest Dominican ever.
Yep, they kicked me out when I was young.
What's up, dude?
Chilling. Man, I had a mental breakdown earlier. That's why I'm late. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. I respect the DMX shirt.
Yeah, he's my favorite artist, so I'm really big on band T-shirts.
And that's a classic. And you got to work with him recently, right?
Yep.
That must be pretty crazy.
2 joints. I'm on his single, and then he's on my album.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old are you?
21.
It's funny. We just had Kendrick Lamar up here, and Kendrick was actually wearing a Wu-Tang shirt, but Kendrick was talking about DMX and said DMX's first album was the first East Coast hip-hop album he'd ever heard. Was DMX you'd call him a big influence?
Yeah, that was the first rapper I ever heard.
Really? When
Yeah.
you're 21, what year were you born?
90. But I was really late.
You were born in 1990.
Yeah, so I was pretty late. I mean, like the first music video I ever saw was DMX. It was We Right Here, that music video.
Wow, not even the first
Not
album.
even the first album.
It's a few albums
yeah,
in.
No, and
it's towards the end.
The first rap song I ever heard was Ludacris Rollout.
The first rap song.
I know. It sounds wild.
No. It's amazing though because it's real life. I can't judge you for how old you are. You're 21 years old. Roll Out was the first. It wasn't even my What's your fantasy?
Yeah, and like I grew up, you know, like the reason I bloomed late and caught onto it in 7th grade because that was when I really started listening was 6th and 7th grade. But I grew up on like. My dad was super strict. Like all he had in the house was like Celtic music and like Dixie Chicks and.
Love the Dixie Chicks. Good man.
Yeah. So I mean, it just was probably the worst music a kid could ever want to grow up on. And then I was growing up on like Korn and like Limp Bizkit and all that stuff before all that, and then hip hop hit, and that's when I like never turned back.
So who's your favorite? DMX your favorite all time,
yeah.
But you got into everything. Did you go back and do the obligatory research? You went back there and listened to what you need to listen to? You caught up on your Wu-Tangs?
Yeah.
Have you done enough Wu-Tang? Are you telling me you want me to make you a Wu-Tang mix, Machine Gun?
Yeah, that's one of those joints you'd have to. Like, you know, like Led Zeppelin, I couldn't catch on to myself. I had to be going back and like coached on the Led Zeppelin thing. Well, that's when I got it. You know what I'm saying?
There's some people that have so much, right? They have so much that it's like for me to expect someone your age who didn't live through it to be it can't happen. Mm-hmm. It can't happen. Like I went through every single along with them.
Yeah.
So it's different to go back.
Yeah, exactly. See, I have to be coached with them. So I have to be coached I had to be coached on Biggie, to be honest, too.
I'm gonna take care of you.
I coached myself on Biggie. Though.
Oh, you did?
But it took me a while, though. It took me a while for Biggie.
So, I mean, I will tell you, you came out a little bit out of nowhere for me. I didn't really know who you were. I met you at
Yeah, we met
the freshman, double XL freshman.
And that was
concert.
That was last year.
Last year.
First off, I couldn't even get into that concert for people who didn't know.
Really?
I couldn't get in. Once I finally got in, couldn't get backstage. Once I got backstage, no one wanted me backstage.
And were you a freshman? Were you one of the freshmen?
No.
Oh, no, you weren't. That would be this year that I'm guessing that could happen.
Yeah.
So, but that was when I met you. And someone introduced us, and I really wasn't very familiar with you. And I got more familiar and heard you a little bit more and more. I will say I was a little bit unsure. I was a little skeptical when I heard you rhyme because you did remind me of Yella. And I know that's come up quite a bit, and I'm like a OG Yellow Wolf supporter.
It really doesn't. It just only comes up with you guys.
No, radio, you mean?
Yeah, it only comes up with industry people.
Regular fans don't say that to you?
Not whatsoever.
But when I've heard you spit, even at the BET Cypher, I really think there's a similarity there in the way you spit.
So little similarity.
How could you really don't hear yourself spit?
Listen to my voice, man. Listen to my voice.
Voice quality, no.
Listen to my voice. Listen to what I talk about. Listen to where I'm from. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm from up north. I'm from the Midwest. I'm goofy. I'm not mad. I have a whole.
So it's gotten old. Are you getting sick of the industry hacks like myself?
No,
bringing up the yellow.
But you know what? You can't be mad. I mean, I don't know, dude.
No. Say it. You can't be mad at someone because you and your brain think they have a similarity to someone else.
Okay, his latest single with Kid Rock. Okay, let's roll. Listen to what he's talking about on there. I don't know anything about what he's talking about because that's not where I'm from. That's not how I'm.
But you're both white. I thought everything's the same.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't use that. So I don't know. Like why can't you compare me to X? Why can't you compare me to?
Well, I don't think you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
First of all, let me start like this. I have a very limited information on your body of music. That's first things first. I haven't really.
And that's the thing. If you're not a true believer in my
or just truly knowledgeable of it, or truly heard it.
I'm like one of those people that I had no hype. I still have zero hype. No hype. I can't get a break in industry wise with radio, with magazines, with all this stuff whatsoever. I have had so many accomplishments that are historical, from winning the Apollo to being #1 on 106 in Park to winning best breakout artist on MTV of 2011. You know what I'm saying? All these things go unheard from the industry. The industry doesn't give me a pat on the back, nothing like that. ASAP Rocky gets the cover of Complex. MGK doesn't even get a section, and you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm trying to say to you. I have zero hype, and yet still I have a 152 city tape tour booked. I have a world record breaking tour with Tech 9, 90 cities in 99 days coming up starting in March. I have Warped Tour coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like how I'm the only artist to ever be featured on a DMX single. I mean, I can keep going. Like
that's some good stuff.
I have so many things behind. Man, a kid with cerebral palsy who couldn't even walk took his first steps on stage at my show because he was inspired by my music, and we met 3 months before, and he said he was going to walk at my show, or not, he was going to walk, period, because of my message. It just so happened that he chose that day to be at one of my shows when I brought him out.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
and for a second I thought you were going to say that you were the kid with cerebral palsy who made it this far, and I was almost floored. I almost was like, no one's picked up on that story.
So I come from it from a very passionate standpoint. I come from it from like I don't care if people believe or not. Everyone asks me what lace up means. I don't even know if you know what lace up is, but that's
no.
Okay. Jesus.
What? I'm no.
What the fuck?
Go ahead. What is lace up?
I can't even. That's the whole point. I don't explain it. I never explain it to people.
Well, I know you used that after one of your tweets after you got out of jail, right?
I mean, yeah.
It's your. Is that that's your thing?
Yeah, but lace up is a. I mean, it's the title of my mixtape. It's the title of my album, but it was also an expression that kind of means like. It's kind of like one of those you can do whatever you want type.
I mean, that's what I figured it was your phrase that means.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like
lace it up
tighten up.
No, I imagine it means lace up and do it. Go.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is, and it's a term that's tattooed on. I mean, now thousands of fans.
Listen, first of all, let's stop real quick.
Okay.
I already know that I've already seen your fan base and how people react to you, and I do think that it's stupid, generally, that people like myself just quickly point out to the last white rapper that we know.
That's what I say.
It's annoying. Listen, I've had
my fan base is more like Eminem than it is Yellow, and my content is more like Eminem.
And you're from the Midwest, et cetera, et cetera. Totally get that, and I see why it's annoying.
I don't even rap fast all the time. That's the other thing.
No, but I mean, I guess when people have been exposed to you a little bit, that's something that they heard. But who cares? You just got to keep taking that in stride, having the stupid conversations. I mean, the fact is, I think the lane that you're in right now, I think there are a lot of people who think that you're in a very good spot. I understand why you think maybe, I haven't gotten this, gotten that yet. You're closer than you think, though. And I think that I wouldn't be overly concerned with it. And frankly, this is let me keep it totally 100. Mm-hmm. You're young as hell. You look young as hell. You look like a boy. No disrespect. I don't mean that at all disrespect. You're super duper white, super duper tatted. You're into being wild. If no one knows you, what they're struck by is an image that we can easily see as being fake. That's when you see it, right? And that may not at all be the truth. But then I heard from people.
No, but I 100% could see that.
You could see it,
and then that's why that's a lot of why I don't talk about a lot of things that I do have the right to talk about. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Like there's certain things.
You know not to, though, because people won't believe it anyway.
It's not believable.
No,
that's why I don't even touch it, because it's like, okay, do you know how many times I want to talk about, I don't know, I want to talk about, the back in the days when we used to hit licks when I was 14 years old and stuff like that, but it's just like, it's not believable. I wouldn't believe me. I don't I would, if I was looking at an interview, I'd be like, come on, dude. Like.
So that's the thing. You got to take your time and let it build. But eventually you'll be able to talk about whatever you want.
Exactly. So all I do is I just earn my stripes the way I do it, and I earn my stripes by being a kid that people want to see win. I don't try and come out as a tough guy. I don't try to come out as the mad guy. I don't try to come out as the happy, nice guy. I just try to find that happy balance, and I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
I've gotten a lot more, though, from talking to you right now, and from other friends I know who have met you, who've been like, yo, he's a really great kid. He's a really, really nice dude. I've gotten more from hearing that and meeting you and seeing how you approach these issues and the passion with which you answer than I have in little other interviews where I heard we were talking about being wild and hotel rooms and craziness than I hear about an arrest. I've gotten a lot more hearing you get animated about those things that people said about you, and I can tell how much it means to you, and that goes a long way with me. Now I'm just happen to be one of the many backpackers who will hate on you and be like, I don't know about this guy's story. And who gives a fuck about what people like me think, frankly? You got to keep doing you.
Right.
But I do appreciate it, and it is nice to get to see you talk and actually hear what you're about. And as time goes on, if your music's good and you back it up, you'll get the opportunity to win people over.
I guarantee that the album, when you hear the album, I was asked yesterday, they said, because we were talking, and this person was like, they're like, I don't feel like you've had your wow moment yet. And I really thought the MTV breakout artists, when I beat Mac and I beat ASAP and I beat all those guys. I mean, I beat Twist, who had Justin Bieber tweeting for him, Wayne, all those guys, and my fans still came through. And
it was actually your fans.
Oh no,
real fans.
This was real votes. This is real. You could keep up with the poll the entire time. My fans just weren't letting that happen. They were getting in voting circles with each other. And, our fan base is a lot like a biker club.
And I'm sure they look a lot like a biker club.
No, they actually don't. They
look younger and more hot chicks that you probably can't touch legally.
They're like we call in favors to the fans when we need things done. So it was the same thing. Like we need this to happen,
and they step up.
No, they step up big time. And that when I won that, dude, it went totally blown over.
How much work do you have to put in checking IDs to make sure you don't go to jail for banging a 17-year-old fan?
I don't even get booked for all ages shows.
Oh, good for you.
Which sucks.
Smart.
I know, but it's not.
What do you mean?
Because that takes away from ticket sales. Because I don't have.
You don't get booked for all ages shows by choice?
No.
Or they don't reach out to you?
I do want all ages. They just don't reach out. I mean, I have a bad
crazy
reputation.
though. But Mac Miller gets all ages shows and they're filled with kids all the time.
He has a very far reputation from the reputation I have with promoters.
Oh, your reputation with promoters is bad. So stop being a douchebag and get your reputation up and have some all ages shows.
It's not that. It's just how we are. It's not like a dick way. It's not like we fucking go and trash shit everywhere we go. But
you while out, you drink, you party a little bit.
Yeah, there's a section of my show where like a girl get naked.
I like it.
And don't get me wrong. Our show is a roller coaster. That's not the message. That's just one of the part of the roller coaster. That's the hype. That's the peak.
And that's
and so you have to come back down though. So
you get to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, we don't lose.
Boobs
we
out.
don't lose the message. Don't get me wrong. If you listen to my music, it's very serious. And so for me to be like, there's a naked chick at the show, you're like, wait, what? You're talking about heroin addiction? Are you fucking, So it's like, it's all over the place. But and then also what you were saying, I don't know. That's why I had a fucking mental breakdown before I came here.
Oh, you actually had a little mental breakdown.
Oh yeah, I hopped out the car and walked to the hotel.
Were you like, I don't want to do radio?
Yeah.
They're gonna ask me about Yellow Wolf.
No. It's not that. It's just I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100.
Keep it 100 if you will.
And fucking so. Whenever I come to New York, man, it's like, it's the city of. I don't know. I walk into magazine offices. Everyone like hates to have you there. Everyone's too goddamn cool. It makes no one. I don't know, man. I think without the hype, without hype in the city, you're just not shit. So like you come to radio stations, no one's excited to do shit. They don't know shit about you. They don't, like and I'm about like, man, like I live and die by this shit. I have the lace up tattooed twice on my goddamn body. Here's the thing, and I say this with all due respect. Yo, you're 21. I know kids who are, and I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this at all to knock your talents. I think you're very talented. I'm sure you're even more talented than I know you are. But kids who I know are as talented as you, who never made it 100th of the way where you're at. Yeah. You got to appreciate. I know that people probably are looking at you like, who the hell are you? And they're not playing my record anyway. They don't even know my catch line. Fuck these guys. I understand all that. But you also have to understand, regardless of how annoying it seems, you're in a great spot, yo. Yeah. And I promise you, I've seen people who are 33 years old and have a day job and are security guards who can rap. They could be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. And they never made it. So just try. Listen, I'm not saying you're unappreciative, but try on the days when you're feeling that way to think about all those dudes. For sure. I think a lot of it has to do with. I had a really weird year last year, just between. Like sober issues and stuff like that. So I think last year, just totally chemically imbalanced who I was as a person. I changed a lot, and that's why I hopped back in the car today. I don't know. It was I never flipped out like I did this morning.
Did you yell at Karen Raitt?
No, but
good. Good. No, you're alive. You're alive.
You know what, man? I'm really glad you didn't. I'm really glad you didn't walk out because I got out the car and I was 30 minutes late and they're like, "Yo, he left," and I was super bummed out because I felt like shit because I don't know, but I'm not scared to be a real person though.
It's okay. Listen.
At the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like. You know why I'm not into. You know why I don't view Jay-Z as the best rapper alive. Like everyone thinks he is. You know, like it's because like he's predictable. Like everything is like.
You know what's gonna happen. I understand what you're saying about Jay-Z. Jay moves in a certain way. He's a business. He's such a business.
That's why. That's why people never understand why I say X. This is why I say X, man. You don't know if X is gonna hop out of the car before a radio interview. You don't know if he's gonna show up. You don't know if he's gonna come to the VMAs to perform. You don't know if he comes to the VMAs to perform, if he's gonna punch the guy in the front row because he doesn't like the guy in the front row. You don't know if as a fan, if you go up to, man, like when I met him, man, I was so on edge, dude. Like,
because you're like, what's this dude gonna do?
And he's exactly like you think he is, man. He's out of his fucking mind.
All the time.
I love him for that shit. And that's why I love him, man.
But X also has a substance abuse.
I don't give a fuck.
Well.
He's real. That's why I guess who else does? 3/4 of America.
But it also, I could think, kind of hinders him from what he could have been or what he.
But you know what? You know who will forget his name? Nobody. You know why I wear this? If I wore a Jay-Z shirt in here, would you guys really be flipping out like they were in the hallways? Like, oh my God, I love your shirt.
Right, it's a Hot DMX shirt. Yeah. It means something else.
Yeah, like X.
At the same time, you got to be careful to not emulate a guy like that too much.
Of course. I'm gonna tell you, like, okay.
You have to learn from the pitfalls too.
Okay, Achilles, when he had an Achilles heel.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you know, DMX's was drugs. Achilles heel, arrow in the heel. But you remember his name over anybody else who outlasted Achilles. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that, he was so great that, I mean, like his downfall probably was part of his legend too.
No, it's true.
It was. So I mean, you know, like, shit, man. I mean, if Jay would have had the same downfall that like a Big had or something like that, you know, like that, it just boosts you into a whole nother category. I mean, we all know that's what happened. Big said it. You're nobody till somebody kills you.
I've enjoyed talking to you. I think people will enjoy to hear your story, and it makes me look more forward to hearing your music. So the more you can get out there and reach people and let people see who you are, the more success I think you'll have.
Yeah.
Try to stay in the car though, man. Keep it together.
Yeah.
KIT.
No more pity parties.
Keep it together.
No more.
I don't have pity parties. I didn't bring this. I didn't. Well, you're right.
Yeah. No more pity parties.
He's like, well, you're right.
Up.
I feel bad.
Boy.
K-Fox, by the way,
what?
of all the fucking people, you've been having a pity party for 5 hours because you got a flat fucking tire this morning and got arrested over a bullshit charge.
I've had a bad week.
Oh, my God.
I deserve to have a pity party.
Yo, I was going to ride with her until I remembered that you just called someone else out for having a pity party.
No. It's not that. It's just that he feels like he's not being recognized. Your time is going to come.
I don't care about that.
No, everybody has their season, and you just got to keep on putting that work in until it's what it is.
Don't worry, man. You're 21. I've been at this since you were like 10. Your season's still going to come before mine.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about that.
All right.
Yo, Machine Gun Kelly, good looking out, my man.
Thank you.